I needed to make this very clear. I don't like politics, but I felt as though some things need to be said because the American general public does not understand anything I'm going to say in this video, so that's why I'm saying it. At first, see, I was not political until a certain German named Donald Trump took office in 2016. If you've been following my work, then you probably know that I did not take it very lightly when that man took office, or when any conservatives took office for that matter, because, I was born during Clinton in 96, back when America actually meant something. Even though it was 3 years after the Biden bill, which is why mass incarceration exists. Once again, they don't like when I talk about this stuff because it's true. They want me to lie to y'all and start spreading that. But wait, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there about the conservative agenda, but we're gonna get there. So, yeah, it just feels like the whole world completely changed after the Germans took office. It does. It does. And my life changed as well. Some good reasons, but mostly bad. One of which being the pandemic. Another being I moved out. Woo, woo, woo. I've been on my own 3 years. Woo, woo, woo. But that's not what this video is about. This video is me speaking the truth to a constituency called America and how y'all don't want to hear it. Yeah, let's talk about that, because I feel as though every time in real life, because see, first of all, when I was younger, I was not political at all. I couldn't stand politics, hated politics. If you mentioned a politician, I didn't know the fuck you're talking about, except for Obama or whoever was president. Anyone else, I didn't know who they were, didn't care. That is until 2016. And that man came to power. Some call him Donald Trump. I call his ass Hitler Trump. Once again, you bitches don't like when I get political, because this is what you need to hear. Class is in session, sweetheart. So you either get your pen and sit at your desk, or you start interrupting class talking about how I'm well, let's be real here. You either start interrupting class talking about how I'm one of those liberals that you see on the TV. But the key difference is I'm not. My name is Donald, not those liberals. First of all, I have a name. I have a face that you're looking at. I have a name you're looking at. You decided to come to Mr. Simmons' class and start spewing lies and hip slop and bullshit into my classroom when nobody cared about you before you walked in here 5 seconds ago. That's the real conversation move. You are the agenda, not me. Let's get into that. Perhaps instead of me being a Democrat, perhaps the real issue we need to talk about is the conservative agenda. How they're trying to turn our America, really, and the world too, but y'all ain't ready for that conversation, because, see, y'all are not ready to hear that the conservative agenda is worldwide, and these hoes are trying to turn our young people and turn our working class people conservative yet. Y'all are not ready for that conversation. worldwide, I'm saying. America, sure, because, Americans are narcs and they believe, Americans are narcissists and they believe that, the America first, America first. I'm like, girl, shut up. But, oh, girl, that was a mouthful. But it felt amazing to get that out, to purge that demonic, conservative lingo out my system. But, it just feels as though some of you are not ready to hear the truth yet. So with that being said, I'm going to need some students to unsubscribe. I'm going to need some students to cover their ears because mommy and daddy have not taught you right from wrong. They have not taught you that a Make America Great Again hat in school will get your ass expelled from my class, but maybe not the other teachers. I don't know how they get down, but not in my class, boo. See, Iyanla told you girls, not on my watch, and came at you across the table clapping with her Iyanla Vanzant hairdo. Yeah, I'm giving you that today. I'm very much so not on my watch in the White House, boo. Oh my God. It's giving not on my watch in the White House. Could you imagine that? Not on my watch. Like in front of Donald Trump. That should be fucking hilarious. That would be hilarious. Make that into a TV show. Iyanla fixing Donald Trump's life, bitch. That needs to be a fucking 5-hour, 5-episode TV special. Iyanla fix my life. World exclusive with Donald Trump. Like, bring the announcer with the deep ass voice. Iyanla fix my life. Like, it's a horror movie. Exclusive special with Donald Trump. Like, she even said one time, I saw a Iyanla interview, I think it was on Sway in the Morning. She said years ago, she tried to interview R. Kelly, and R. Kelly, I don't know if he turned her down or something. Something he said to her that turned her off about him. I don't know. Also, y'all, first of all, if y'all watch, because I'm 30 years old, I've been around a long time. If y'all watch Boondocks, the R. Kelly episode, I watched Boondocks when it aired on television, boo, during season 1. And all the way until it got canceled. Well, except, I didn't watch season 4 because I didn't know about season 4 because I had already stopped watching Disney and Adult Swim and all of that by then anyway because I was 13. I had more important issues like high school to deal with, girl. But first, actually, and by the way, I should do a separate video on Boondocks. Boondocks is most underrated episodes because that's a whole other conversation that you girls are not ready to have yet. By the way, when Ruckus, Uncle Ruckus was telling you girls in 2004 about Candace Owens. Uncle Ruckus paved the way for Candace Owens to exist. And you girls are not ready to have that conversation yet. But once again, they don't like when I talk like this. They don't like when, I'm Malcolm X, Joan of Arc, and Lucille Ball in one person. That is a lethal combination. And then on top of that, I'm giving you that very old school Queen Elizabeth, classy, pinky finger up before you drink your tea. Like, they can't handle it. They can't handle it. That's why when I get militant and I start saying the girls need to start galvanizing against the conservative agenda, then they start talking about we're tuning our TV out. We can't watch him. Oh my God, we're walking on the other side of the street because we can't handle what Donald has to say. I'm like, okay, girl, that's fine. I'm used to it. I'm used to it by now. I'm used to it. Y'all also don't realize, but have I said this before? Because I've been making videos for 17 years, so there's stuff I don't even remember I even talked about, like hot topics wise. There's stuff that I don't even remember actually talking about. But have I said this before? I knew Donald Trump was a rapist in 2017. I did. Because I was messing around on the internet one day. I had to Google something. I can't remember what I had to Google, but some kind of way I ended up on Donald Trump's court documents. Don't know how the fuck this shit got out on the internet like that. It's not my fault. Girl, don't blame me. And y'all are gonna try to blame me because I'm black and I'm a Democrat. I see where this is going. It's not very helpful. And you need to blame your boy Trump. Listen, bitch, it's the Make America Great Again hats. It is those Make America Great Again hats that are trying to turn y'all into conservative demons. I'm not having it. Call Satan, don't call me. Call Donald Trump, don't call me. And if Satan doesn't answer, then you call Donald Trump, your Lord and Savior and your slave master, to get you all of your conservative agendas met. I'm just saying. Listen, and if Trump is not available, then you call Ben Carson. Bitch, if Ben Carson ain't available, then you need to call Omarosa, the original slave. Once again, they don't like when I talk like this because it's the truth. They don't like when Stanley Kubrick puts it in his films, and that was tame compared to me. I told y'all, like, I'm used to it. I'm rebellious. I just don't care anymore. First of all, I told y'all in my last video, my friend is being sex trafficked in New Jersey under my watch, bitch. We're talking about not on my watch for the conservative agenda, bitch. But there's a sex trafficking agenda too that I clocked in my last video on, what is it? Oh, that reminds me, my Mary Boleyn video too. I gotta finish my Mary Boleyn video from February 24th. That hilarious ass 3 times that has nothing to do with this, but yeah, so then I did that Mary Boleyn video first. Then I did the trafficking video about helping out my friends second. That's another thing. You girls are going to stop being ignorant. When I say girls, I mean both genders, men and women. Y'all are going to stop being ignorant about sex trafficking, and how it can happen and be prevalent in your hometown, in your state, in your country. And you will never know it's even happening until somebody comes to you and escapes, okay, from their captor. And they're talking about, we need help, I need help. And they're trying to flail down a car to hitchhike. That's when you, general public, the general public, I'm talking to you. That's when y'all are going to realize that there's a problem that needs assistance. But if somebody came to you on YouTube talking about sex trafficking is a problem in 2026, like I am on March the 5th of 2026, like I am today, y'all would not care. Y'all will go in the comments, oh, you liberals are woke. And my God, I'm sitting here laughing like, girl, stop. Bitch, I need a vomit bag. Where's my vomit bag for the conservative demon in y'all? Like, I can't. I really cannot. But anyway, so as I was saying, this is about politics, not about trafficking and the underworld, because let's keep it real. See, trafficking exists because you girls keep trying to enable the shit. And you girls keep trying to say that this shit don't happen. Yes, it does. Once again, they don't like when I talk to y'all about this stuff. They don't like when I talk like this. They don't like my delivery. They don't like my tone. They don't even like my race. And they don't even like what I look like. They don't like that I am not Tyson Beckford on the magazine cover, bitch. They don't like that I don't look like Gisele Bündchen. See, if a woman was saying it, people would listen, but I'm a man. Y'all don't understand. They're trying to target men. They're trying to target rebellious men like myself. But I'm not the only one. Go on YouTube. There's many, many rebellious male creators, both bigger creators and smaller creators, mainstream and smaller creators, who've been blackballed on YouTube for saying certain things. Not this exact subject, other subjects too, but they've been blackballed for saying the right thing. Also, if you notice, look around you in Hollywood. I can't really say what I want to say, but we're going to say half of it. If you look around you in Hollywood, aka Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein's Hollywood, bitch. Bill Cosby's Hollywood. The Jell-O pudding Hollywood, bitch. If you look around Holly Weird, Holly Wizardry, Holly Harry Potter, you will notice that any celebrity who does documentaries, mind you, mainstream celebrities who do documentaries about sex trafficking and Holly Weird, Holly Potter, Holly Wizardry, they end up dead. Yeah, Anne Heche is one of them. Okay. Anne Heche was one of them. I've heard like 25 different celebrities who ended up dead in Hollywood, who all y'all know. And if I said their names, because I forget half their names, but if I said their names, girl, y'all will be shocked. Like, who? This person? Yes, girl. I ruined your childhood. Because such and such who got blackballed was a freedom fighter. And the industry didn't want them talking about sex trafficking. That's the one thing, if you notice, the industry talks about rape, but not sex trafficking. They talk about Me Too, but not trafficking. Why? Why? It's because if you look into most music contracts from these labels, why do you think there's a death clause? I'll wait. Y'all are not ready to handle the truth. I told you, when you come to Professor Donald's class, you need to come with a notebook, a pen, and maybe some soda, some Sunny D, Minute Maid, some Hawaiian Punch, which, remember Hawaiian Punch? Y'all need to come armed with some Sunkissed orange soda, some Sprite Original lemon lime. You need to come with refreshments. You will not be starving in my class. You will always come prepared with a meal. Always, always. And of course, you're going to see, first of all, y'all will come under contact with Republicans and conservatives in the class who don't always agree with what I and what we, the students on the right side of history, are talking about. That is all right. That's fine. That's fine. You will have students in the class who are spewing misinformation called, oh, conservatives are right, make America great again. Yeah, you're going to have people who say that, but don't listen to them. Remember, we talked about this. The conservative agenda is king in America and the world. And since 1526, the United States, which has existed since then, has been perpetuating conservative narratives. They're trying to turn our young people and working class people in America and the world into conservatives. That is called the conservative agenda. I told y'all, when my friend got sex trafficked and I was being told by 35 people, just give up, just give up. I said, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I have nothing to lose no more. I have nothing to lose. I don't give a fuck. I have nothing to lose by speaking out about trafficking that's happening to someone I personally know in New Jersey, where I live, 1 hour from my home, in the hood, Newark, New Jersey, which I've personally gone to many, 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 many times. And every time I go to Newark, guess what my mom says? Boy, do you know where you are? Lock your doors. Yeah. So you want to sit up here and talk about how, because people think of me all the time. People say about me all the time, oh, Donald, you're living the life of luxury. First of all, speaking of Newark, girl, let's talk about Newark real quick and that Newark hustle. I have had knives pulled on me in Newark. I have almost been murdered in New York. I have almost been jumped in Staten Island. It's not a game, boo. It's not a game. I was almost murdered in Staten Island, New York because of the color of my skin. Not because of anything I was saying, but because of me being black. Get into it. Get into it. And this was not in no 1791, bitch. This was not done to me by George Washington, who's also my distant cousin. But this was, I was in New York in 2020. Yeah. Yep. Girl, there's witnesses who were there. People were watching me as I was doing certain things, saying certain things, attesting to certain things that are truthful, providing documents. Like, girl, and first of all, now I know why half my graduating class was from New York, because girl, in Staten Island, these businesses have dumpsters, and they will leave their dumpster on the sidewalk for trash collection, for sanitation, to pick up the garbage off the side of the fucking sidewalk, which I personally saw in Staten Island, New York, which in 2020. And when I was in New York, guess what I did? I didn't have a car, and I still don't drive. I walked everywhere, or I took the bus. And girl, if I had known the ferry was free, I would have took that hoe. First of all I had to do was take the ferry into New York City, which I could have easily did. Could have easily did. I didn't know. See, that was me being a dumb hoe. I had my dentist is from Brooklyn. By the way, you Brooklyn girls hit different. Y'all, Brooklyn. Can we talk? Can we talk about it? Brooklyn is a whole different type of hood. From like Newark is one thing, Brooklyn is a whole other thing. Philly is a whole other thing. It's like, but it's all the same melting pot of the Northeast. But you have to dissect her and get into her. You have to dissect her. You have to chop her like a science project, like a dissected frog in science class. Which you have to dissect your ghettos and or cities and or hoods in a different type of way. This is not your average science project, if you will. See, as we talked about before, Donald Trump, the main scientist at the head of the conservative agenda that we're trying to dissect today in Professor Simmons' class, that is what we're trying to dismantle. And I feel as though, first of all, let me tell y'all come to me for the truth, so we're going to talk about the truth. I heard that January 6th was hijacked by conservatives. It was supposed to be Democrats and black people together, of all races and all backgrounds, that were supposed to storm the Bastille, if you will, of the White House. By the way, if you know history, you know what I mean by the Bastille. We were supposed to storm them gates like the French Revolution, ho. We were supposed to storm them gates the way Marie Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake." We were supposed to say, "Let the Republicans be cast aside." It sounds ruthless because it's true. I'm just making that a point because it's the truth. So I feel as though, first of all, none of this was supposed to be the original topic of this video. I wasn't even really supposed to make a video today. This was just stream of consciousness, like things that I forgot to say in my last video about my friend being trafficked, because the girls got me so pissed off last week when they were trying to tell me. First of all, that's another thing. Can you believe people telling me, Donald, there's nothing you can do about it. He doesn't have an address. He doesn't. And first of all, I'm sitting here getting so worked up, so angry. Like, I was literally angry in that video. At the top of my lungs. I've never come on camera except for one other time in my 17 years on YouTube. There's only 2 times I did videos where I was genuinely pissed off and angry and like yelled at the top of my lungs to the point where I was about to murder somebody, like a true crime documentary. And that was my last video that I have to post in a little bit. Actually, it's funny because I took the second part down. It's a 2-part video. I took the second part down because my best friend was going to feel some kind of way. But it's like now, I don't care. Like, everything I said is the truth. But at the same time, it's like I feel as though I have the right in this world to say what the fuck I want to say without people. See, and that's the fucking problem. People around me try to steal my autonomy by forcing me to take down videos because I'm exposing their true actions and behaviors, and they don't want to take accountability. Y'all have to be careful of people who don't take accountability. Be careful. There are people in this world who are psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, who will say and do whatever they want to steal your life. There's two objectives they have, two agendas they have. They want to steal your life, or they want to steal you and murder you, because they're not able to steal your life successfully. So they're going to physically murder you and then pretend that everything you have done is what they have done. They're going to take credit for the things you did and with your name on it, but they're going to say that, oh, I did that. Oh, that's me. And then someone looks at them saying, oh, Jenny did that. That's not your Sarah. Jenny earned that degree. Sarah didn't earn this job at Marcellus Warner. By the way, is Marcellus Warner still around, girl? Because my grandfather used to work there. Anyway, listen, you want to know how, you don't know where I get my strength from, girl. I come from a family of entrepreneurs and welders and construction workers, and then they try to tell me that I'm feminine. Do y'all know where I get my strength from, bitch? Listen, that last YouTube video should have showed y'all everything, but I had to take that shit down because my best friend in West Virginia was going to feel so offended that I clocked her. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. I've had this same problem for 17 years, and really my whole life, but especially it increased even more so when I got on YouTube and started spreading the truth. Not my version of the truth, but the truth online where no one could stop me. That's where these narcissists started trying to take advantage of me and advantage of my integrity, and they tried to steal my intellectual property of my integrity. That is why I have 18 subscribers. Because, YouTube and Hollywizardry, both teams blackball those who speak the truth. Take a look around you in Hollywood and on YouTube, and you will find YouTubers who've been blackballed for speaking the truth. You will find celebrities in Hollywood and Hollywizardry who've been blackballed for speaking the truth. It's all around us. All you have to do is use your eyes, and the truth is right there. I'm just saying. And then it's so crazy because in my experience, girl, I've written songs about this shit. It's like you have narcissists who will, first of all, I've dated famous narcissists who I guess young people know these people, but not like people my age. Young people, like teenagers, know who they are, but not, you know. If you're a millennial, you know what I'm talking about. I've dated famous narcissists who have personally tried to disrespect me on video to their 23 million fans. Yeah, they don't want y'all knowing that, but I know. There's a famous narcissist that I dated who to this day has in their bio the words, "You're stalking me," in their bio to promote their selling their soul agenda, to promote their satanic agenda, to promote their alcoholism and that agenda. First of all, this person was married once before. This person damn near probably abused their ex-wife. Like, we can go on for hours about that. This person sat up here and, first of all, got away with pedophilia. Once again, I have nothing to fucking lose. Nothing to lose. This person, y'all, meaning YouTube, y'all commenters on YouTube, allowed this person to get away with pedophilia. The girl was 15 years old that my ex molested on camera, filmed it and everything. It's child porn, but you bitches did not speak out against this person. Y'all hoes did not cancel this person. the way y'all should have. This Beelzebub should be in prison. But y'all gave this hatchback of Notre Dame a career. Why are y'all trying to I'm trying to think of a good metaphor to explain this. Why are y'all trying to give Hannibal Lecter a Mercedes AMG mixed with a Celine sports car? I don't understand. And then on top of that, you hoes gave him a Shelby GT 500. If you're from a certain generation, like I am, you know what car I'm talking about. Girl, Shelby GT 500 was that girl. Carol Shelby, rest in peace, you're an icon. Bitch, I used to stay watching Barrett Jackson with my dad. Oh, legendary. Barrett Jackson cars. You young people talk about Maserati, Mercedes AMG. You young people don't know about Shelby GT 500. Okay, how they used to custom make them shits from a Corvette. They used to turn a GT 500 from a Corvette into an actual original car. Thanks to Carol Shelby. He is a legend. He is iconic. He is the moment. But he's gone now. And by the way, Barrett Jackson, I will never forget every fucking Barrett Jackson auction hearing 500, 500, 500, we got 1,500. I'm like, girl, Barrett Jackson sound like he need to be at a rodeo announcing all of the horse and the cattle and the rodeo fighters. What are they called? What is it called? I used to have that game. Y'all know the PlayStation game, the rodeo fighters, the bullfighters, where they go to rodeo. What's the name of that game? It starts with a P. It's the rodeo. It's based on real life. It's in the South. They have this annual rodeo thing where they have the professional bullfighters in the South. They get on they get on bulls and they ride them like horses, like at Churchill Downs. They do the same thing, but with bulls, not with horses. Y'all, what if you live down south? You know what I'm talking about. Is it called the PBL Championship? Something like that. By the way, Andrew Schulz, he's a whole other video. I've been watching Andrew Schulz for like 9 years now. Before his podcast even had a name. It had a whole other different name to it. Akash wasn't there. By the way, shout out to Akash. Akash, don't let them railroad you like they're trying to railroad these men out here who have integrity and values. I'm just like you, Akash. I know how it feels. I want to interview you one day, Akash. Let's talk. I want to interview you. Because they're trying to, they're trying to snipe out like a sniper. They're trying to snipe out men with integrity these days. They call us simps. I laugh at that word. That word does not exist in my vocabulary. Simp. That word didn't exist until I was like 21. So, and all of this clavicular and all of this, what's this language he's talking about? Mogging and looks maxing. Girl, I can't. Young people, help me here. Young people, I can't. Listen, somebody need to make a Gen Z dictionary. I need a young person who's about 19, 20 years old to make a Gen Z dictionary so I can understand all of these modern day terms like looks maxing and clavicular and hive mindset. And I'm like, what are these words? Listen, our young people in America today are doomed. I tell you, doomed. But that's not what we came here to talk about. Like I said, how do we even get on this subject? Because we were supposed to talk about politics and somehow we got to clavicular. I don't understand. I don't understand. I really do not. By the way, shout out to Murad Morale. I love his videos. Shout out to Nico's Aesthetics. Love his videos. Shout out to Pearl Swirl. I love her, but she stopped uploading. Why? We need her. Shout out to, there's so many YouTubers I could list. By the way, I need to make a list of comedians and celebrities I would never work with, even if I was paid $5.5 billion by Harvey Weinstein to work with. There are many celebrities I would never work with a day in my life, but if I said why, like the reasons why, y'all would probably cancel me because y'all would not believe that what I'm saying is true. Nope, y'all wouldn't believe me. Y'all would call me crazy. Y'all would try to blackball me, cancel me. By the way, another YouTuber I want to shout out. And by the way, the only country singer I listen to, because he's the only country singer who has anything worthwhile and beneficial to say in this world. Taylor Holder, love you. Love you. I took my mom to see Taylor in concert an hour from here. And what is it, Starland, Baltimore, in Sagerville? Girl, all my friends have been there except me. I walked up in there when I was like 27. I remember like it was yesterday. I'm still starstruck. I am not starstruck by any celebrities, but probably Taylor Holder is the only celebrity. Well, he's an influencer slash singer, but I still consider him a celebrity. He's probably the only quote unquote celebrity who I would be starstruck by, just because, I think he's genuine, and I think like we're similar in terms of like what we stand for. And even though we're different politically, I still think that we have a lot of things in common. And I just think that Taylor says, even in his music and in his his real life story, he says things that y'all need to hear. And he says things that, oh, by the way, let's get on Taylor real quick. Speaking of Taylor, in 2020, when you social media hosts, y'all dummies were trying to spread these false allegations that I knew were false from day one. Guess who believed him when he said it was not true? When Taylor Holder told y'all on camera, I did not rape anybody, I believed him, girl. I sure did. The second the allegations came forward, I believed him in February of 2020. Sure did. Sure did. It was so bad that the ex I told y'all I dated, the narcissist, I dated her sister too. Yeah. Check my resume. I have a little too much integrity to hear what you girls on social media are trying to say about men like me. So, yeah, me and my integrity are at the dinner table with my Sunkist orange soda, with my 2 large fries from McDonald's and my medium Coke, and my Sprite Original lemon lime. And we need to get some ice in there. Crushed ice, not cubed ice. So it's just like, girl, I always believed Taylor. Like, from the moment the allegations came out about him having raped somebody, I knew it was not true. I knew it was fake. I knew one of the was it Mia or Aja? Yeah, the Mayan twins. I almost forgot their last name. I knew when one of the Mayan twins came forward and said that Taylor did that shit, I'm like, girl, that's not true. Not true. Not true. Liar. Liar. Because first of all, do y'all know that in this world, only 2% of people lie about being raped and assaulted? Only 2%. That means 98% of people are telling the fucking truth, and you girls on the internet and in real life are not believing people when they say that, when they come forward. So when one of the Mayan twins came forward about Taylor being a rapist, Social media canceled him. He lost all his net worth. His sponsors backed out of all his projects. It's like he lost everything overnight. Tried to commit suicide. It was bad. It was bad. And even when the allegations first happened, I said to myself, like, I wish there was a way that I could have reached out to him and told him, like, like I understand you, but I mean, Taylor's too busy being a star, so what does he want with people like me? But that might change one day because, I'm working on some projects. And because there is a smear campaign on my name from many celebrities in the past, present, and future, get into it. I told it here first. And when it comes out that there's a smear campaign against me, I don't want to hear any objections. But yeah, because there is a smear campaign against my name, I will not be saying to y'all who I'm working with and what the songs are about, because the girls will try to leak my shit, and they will try to come in the comments and type a bunch of messages. Yeah, so once again, how do we get on this subject? I love y'all. I must go now. Bye.